So, successful day in the track. Blew the engine, no, I don't know. Something happened, I guess. So I've been searching around for 20 minutes now and I couldn't find my car. Apparently, he dropped it off at a completely another farm out here. There it is. And that's a hoonigan. Amazing. So of course there's no power on it. Luckily I have a booster here, so.
Had a hard time with truth.
Hopefully that's gonna be enough.
Know you wanted to believe me.
So booster is dead too, so I guess I'm gonna have to pick up the Corolla and put on some starting wires on it and see if we can jump it or something, I don't know. Well, back we go. Over to the other farm. This fucking sucks. Now we left the Corolla back at the other farm because we have to get this over here as quickly as possible because there's no coolant on the engine, so I'm ripping. So got the Firebird back and there's a lot of smoke coming out here. And there's a lot of smoke coming up the hood, which I think is only coolant on the headers or whatever. But let's take a look. So yeah, that is just coolant. Also smells really bad, like sweet sugar-ish, but now I'm gonna go over and pick over the Corolla. I'm not gonna break the camera this time. I've been back and forth like 10 times. This took an hour just to like receive the car. So annoying.
It's like I'm looking at the devil, staring right straight back at me. I keep praying that one day he turns me loose. Always had a hard time with the truth.
So guys, we pretty much got the engine ready to pull out. The only thing I need right now is to get the vacuum hose off the brake master. I can see I missed that one. The wiring for the starter, the header on the driver's side, and then the converter bolts and the transmission bolts. So, you know, 30 minutes and this thing are ready to get pulled out, but it's pretty late. But we got pretty far and I'm definitely gonna pull the engine out. You guys probably gonna see this in 2 seconds, but it's gonna be another day for me. But yeah, let's pull this engine out, yo.
Hard time with the truth.
So my camera is literally gonna die now, but I'm just gonna say it real quick. It is the new merchandise for you guys. Go check it out. Link in the bio. It's $20 a piece, free shipping. If you see right there, the freeze plug with the O-ring and the weird heat element or whatever is like popped out. So that was the same one that also popped out over here. So I replaced it with a steel one. So yeah, I actually kind of knew it probably was that, but you know, you never know. I'm also gonna explain real quick what this is and how it works and why it's on the car. So this whole explanation that I'm gonna put in right here is gonna make sense. This is basically your normal frost plug or coil plug that goes into your block, but in this case you have these legs or whatever that goes on the, I guess, backside of the block, which then goes in and locks to the block. And then there's also this like, I guess, nut in here so the bolt itself can screw into it. Now, the lucky thing about this... So guys, here's the quick rundown on why I blew this engine and why I blew the whole frost plug thing. So as y'all know, before the track event, I installed the new electrical fans or whatever, and we removed the mechanical fan, which sits right here in the water pump. Now, the thing is, the electrical fans are fans you would call pull fans or whatever. So they pull air from the front of the car or whatever through the radiator and cools the radiator. But not a lot of air goes to the engine or like flows over the engine. So a lot of built up hot air or whatever can sit around the engine, and that usually result in a hotter temperature in the engine in the back. So let's say the rear cylinders and stuff like that. So because we don't have the mechanical fan anymore that pulls all this air over the engine, suddenly new spots on the engine are getting hotter than they used to be, which resulted in not a hot engine or whatever. I mean, it was chilling at like 90 degrees Celsius or whatever, 85, 90 or something. So it was not getting hot, it was just getting up to operating temperature throughout the whole engine and stuff. Also, one pretty big detail too is we got a thermostat in, which I didn't have before, which probably not only ruined the flow of the water going through the whole block and stuff. By the way, Pontiacs have pretty bad cooling reputations and stuff like that. And that's a whole nother video, but the water flow got ruined. We suddenly have a temperature that closes off the water, so the whole engine get up to a higher temperature, which is not a bad thing, because before it was running way too cold or whatever. It was like running at 60 to 70 degrees or whatever, but that's because I was beating on it a lot, so I didn't want it to overheat because I was still running the mechanical fan and stuff. But with our new setup, like the inner core of everything got warm, you know. So what happened is probably the block expanded more than it used to, or the weird heater element frost block thing, and that pretty much blew it out. Now luckily, so coming back to this plug, as I said in the start of the explanation, is why I'm lucky that I had this in a case. Well, the bad thing is it's a bad design or whatever, so the O-ring just popped out and water went everywhere. But it sealed up again as soon as the pressure got out of the block. So basically these arms or legs right here kept the plug inside the block, which allowed us to still run the car and get it off track, and also bring it here to the garage and stuff, because otherwise we would probably have no coolant at all. So pros and cons, I guess, about having this stupid thing. By the way, quick explanation of what this is. You have a plug out here, plus and minus, and you basically send power to it, and this little thing, like your microwave for your engine or whatever you want to call it, and it basically heats up all the engine coolant up for, let's say, a freezing day in Colorado or something. But as I'm using it as a race car, we don't really need this. Otherwise I would maybe have kept them if I didn't beat the crap out of this engine, but not gonna work on race engine. So thank you guys for watching today's video. Maybe that was a lot of talking, I don't know. I just wanted to explain everything, what happened and how it happened, because I kind of knew this was gonna happen, because it happened on the other side too, where there was one more of these stupid freeze plugs, call plugs, whatever. So definitely gonna replace this and put in new plugs, and I'm also gonna go all the other plugs and everything through now when I have the engine out, check all gaskets and stuff. There was a small leak on the water pump too, up here by a bolt. I did remove the leak by tightening it, but when the engine got cold again and started up again, it was back to leaking a little bit. It's very, very small amounts of like small drops, but it was leaking. So I'm gonna go over. So here's the quick plan, actually, the quick rundown on what's gonna happen to the engine right now. I'm gonna install a new oil pan on it, because as you know, in cornering and stuff, oil slushes around. So I have a racing oil pan from Summit Racing that we're gonna put on, and then we're just gonna go through the engine, like, you know, check the basic stuff now when we have it out, like starter and stuff in the back, now when we have the engine out anyway. And the plan is actually also to paint the thing. So we're gonna get all the accessory and like most of the accessory stuff off, distributor, generator and stuff like that. And then we're gonna paint it. We're gonna give it a nice paint, because after I got the engine, and because it started to get hot and stuff, because it's been sitting for 20 years, all the paint started to like chip up. So gonna try to clean it up and give it a nice fresh coat. Probably it's gonna be black or something, or the Pontiac blue again, because as you know, it's not my engine, so we're just gonna keep it chill, mellow. Maybe I would have gone crazy with a Lamborghini green or something, probably not, but who knows. We're just gonna make it nice, fresh, and put it back in, and then we're gonna run it for the rest of the season. My plan is here for this winter to make some cool videos in the snow and stuff, because I always wanted to do that and didn't really get the chance to do that last year, as I was restoring the whole thing and frame dropping it. So This year is going to be the last year where it's actually road legal, so I want to get everything outside of the racetrack done. You know, I want to try to pick up a Christmas tree on the roof of this thing. I want to go slide in the snow. We're going to do all kinds of stuff. And then next year we're going to take the license plates off, and it's just going to go full race car from there. We have an LS block planned, we have a T56 planned for it. You know, we're going to do stuff to the suspension. We're probably going to put a cage in it. There's a lot of things that's going to happen. So thank you guys for watching this video. A lot of talking here at the end, but I hope you enjoyed anyway. And it was luckily a very minor repair for this engine to run again. I expected a lot worse because it sounded a lot worse when it happened. Sadly, we didn't have video of it, but it literally sounded like a rod going through a block or something, like this thing when it popped out. I guess it's because it's popped out and then got like catched by these legs. By the way, they are all bended up. Usually these are like in a V shape, and now they're just straight because it just flew out and then got caught on these legs. So yeah, end the video. Too long, too much talking, goddammit.